And I hope you all enjoyed that meditation. To watch the rest of it, there is another video. We just don't have enough time to cover it, and tons of other videos as well to put out there to really stimulate and open your chakras. Just go to, I put the link up on there. It's esotericcosmos.com/chakras, CHAKRAS.html, and you could have fun with it. Also, I got some pretty much yoga master on there, also explaining the significance behind every chakra as well. So a lot of information on that page. I encourage you to check it out when you do get the chance. Pretty awesome visualizations.
Awesome. And as they opened up that heart chakra, I don't know if you look back in history during the Shakespearean time, the 12th century, the troubadours, they were so popular at the time. Romeo and Juliet, that heart chakra, when that opened up on a massive level, then that shift in consciousness at that time, people had love for family and their children, but they didn't have love in relationship as far as falling in love. And that was a really big shift in our consciousness when we went outside of the norm of what the church and the state and the authorities told us, and followed our heart to falling in love. And this is pretty much what the whole story of Romeo and Juliet's all about. The pain of opening up that heart chakra, of being in love with someone, of going against everything that was set forth as far as the rules and regulations and the dogma of the time. And that is something to investigate and study more into, because this is what we're going through now with the shifting of our consciousness, only in a much massive scale. It's not just our hearts now, but it's the whole being is moving into this other density and dimension, and it will bring great change. So if you followed the Mayan calendar, it shows from all the different chakras how many hundreds of thousands of years it took for from the beginning of that consciousness to move into this first chakra, the root chakra, the second chakra, the third chakra. But when it got to the heart, it became very visible. And then we spoke about it when it got to the throat, and we sang songs about it, and that's what we did now. But that was the biggest thing, because, it's our heart that is really what the divine energy is all about, because that moves you. The heart is the vehicle of that energy that moves you into a direction of the good, of the love, of the right, of the light. So very significant, that heart chakra. And if anybody is closed off at the heart chakra because they've experienced pain in relationships, or childhood didn't receive enough love or nurturing or bonding, that could actually stifle your growth in every other area. So you must open at the heart chakra, and there are, it's just about a return to love. The Course in Miracles is very powerful about talking about the love, because you have to be able to have that heart open to flow into this new area of this consciousness field. So, the other things go on automatically, and our humanity moves in that, material state, that mental state. But the heart brings you into another space that is between the mind and the thoughts. It brings in those emotions, which are so important into moving you into states of fluidity, where you become the wave, and you move and you do things that are just so unlike what the mind would tell you. You sort of might see, when you fall in love, it's sort of like having a seizure. This massive feeling comes over you, and you start to do things unlike what you normally would have done in your structured thinking life. So the heart was very powerful, and we must use and be in touch with that heart chakra. And Christ spoke about this, and basically what opens up that heart chakra is forgiveness. It's all about forgiveness of others and forgiveness of yourself. Of course, they both have to come into play because we do take a part in the pain and suffering that we experience with other people because we are all one. And then as you move into, I was born, I think, and possibly you were too, Justin, my third eye was opened up because I remember seeing all the purple and all the different sacred geometry, and I could move right into that purple light, and I can see the duality and things as one as a child. I think that's a gift that I probably worked on in a past life that came into this life that gave me the tools to move into the higher states of consciousness, because there are other chakras beyond that we didn't get into. I don't want to make this show too complicated, but if you can focus on that third eye where everything comes together, you use the heart to bring the emotion to rise you into that space, and then in that space you see and you let go. It's the let going of the let go of attachment, the let going of your ideas about things, your thoughts about things. Just let everything fall away. Our judgments are really very hard on us. As we judge others, we put ourselves in bondage, and this is a clearing zone for that third eye to help you move with that compassion from the heart, with the understanding and the expression of the heart, the throat, and the third eye moves you into the white light, which is the state of grace, which is that place where a lot of the saints and the spiritual masters and the gurus hung out in, because it is a very peaceful state that helps you open up completely. But now that we're experiencing this big shift in consciousness, we don't have to stay there, because it is now something that we transform inside of ourselves. So we get that white light, and what do we do about it? It usually comes from that tremendous compassion and love for yourself and for the other, knowing that there's no division between you, the me and the not me. It's all one thing. And through that, we see another place where it brings you inside yourself instead of outside yourself, looking inside yourself and now doing the real work in the dark matter, into the shadow self and all the deep things that bind you to the negativity possibly of the earth. Because when you're in the white light, it's great, but we're here to be in this plane of consciousness, and so the work is here, and that would bring you then to closing off that chakra into the golden light, which is in the inside yourself and brings all the chakras together.
Awesome explanation. And for people that don't know where to get started, you get started by going to the website and just watching the videos, and just, just relaxing and breathing, focusing on the visualization. Then when you meditate by yourself, and close your eyes, you could visualize what you just saw. It's easier to remember when you see these images. I know that's how it is for me. So, visualizing these energy centers spinning, where they tell you they're located, it actually opens them up. And it's just incredible how it all works. And you could accomplish everything you need to know just through meditation and silence, and, using the tools that you're already given and that you already have. It's just, manifesting this energy through your being. So, this source energy just literally shines through you, opens up your chakras, connects you in more ways than you'd ever know, to the point where you're one with everything else. It's not a philosophy or, a hypothesis. You just know you're one and you're connected, and the answers. You don't even have to seek them, because you could find them all from within, what you already got, just by actually taking some action and, letting it work. You'd be amazed by what happens.
And that brings you to the present moment and that power of now, because you've slowed down